Hey guys, welcome back to the Self-Sufficient Sister. Today we are in the garden. Today I decided to start planting some of my seeds. So right now, though, before I can plant the seeds, I need to get rid of those stinky weeds. So right now I'm just pulling weeds and putting them in a 5-gallon bucket. If you have any tips or ideas on how to stop weeds from growing in between the sidewalk cracks, that would be so helpful because I don't know how to get rid of those. I let the weeds kind of just do their thing over the winter. I didn't really go out much into my yard and work on anything. And you'll see later that I was just so perplexed at the intense root systems that they had. Those are just some of my seedlings that I started a while ago. I'm just having them be outside with me so I can start getting them ready to go outside for real. So yeah, I'm just pulling weeds and pulling more weeds and pulling more weeds. They just really took over the place as weeds do and really established their roots. Now I'm going to start adding some topsoil. I got a few bags last summer. I just didn't get around to using it all, so it's been sitting and waiting for me to do something with it. So I'm just going to be putting a few bags in this small area in my garden, and then this is where I'm going to be planting some of my flower seeds today, which you'll see in just a little bit. But I tried to get plenty of soil in there, and then I just leveled it out with a shovel. Now it's time to start filling up my towers. I ended up only filling one all the way up. I bought 1.5 cubic feet bags. Is that how you say it? I don't remember. But anyway, each tier takes 1.5 or 1 cubic feet of dirt. So each bag holds 1.5 cubic feet. So each bag fills up 1.5 tiers, and in the whole tower there are 5 tiers. So the company recommends to use potting soil, and they say to fill it up, each tier, fill it up to the top, like fill it to the brim. So I didn't quite do that. I should probably go and top it off, but I didn't. I got pretty close, and then I had about half of the other one filled up, which I ended up using in my cups that I'm starting indoors now. So then when I go to plant my seedlings that I'm growing indoors, I'm just using the same potting soil, so I won't end up having to fill that second tier up quite as much because I'll have a bunch of dirt from my seedlings. Also, if anyone can tell me, what do you do with your garden gloves when they are so muddy and dirty? Do you just throw them in the regular wash with all your other clothes, or do you rinse them and then wash them? I'd love to know. All right, you guys, I have been working really hard out in the garden, getting my tower planters ready. I have I really have 1 tier ready to go. I'll do the rest another day because I'm just going to be starting 3 seeds today in those. I live in zone 8B right now, and according to Google, my average last frost date is March 25th, which is about 2.5 weeks away from when I'm recording this. So these say to start outside 2 to 4 weeks before your average last frost date. So I'm going to go ahead and start that in one of the tiers today. The shelling peas say to start 4 to 6 weeks before your average last frost date. I also missed the special germination instructions. So maybe I'll wait and plant these tomorrow so I can let them soak. But I don't know, maybe I'll just plant some now and then soak some and do a little bit of an experiment to see what turns out better. And then I'm also going to start the Walla Walla onions, which it says recommended 10 to 12 weeks before starting inside, but I'm just going to sow them outside and see how it goes. And this says 4 to 6 weeks before your average last frost date. So I'm already late on these, all 3 of these. So, I mean, I guess I'm fine with these ones. Anyway, I'm going to start those 3 today. And then I also thought, since I'm out there, and I was working on putting some new soil in my garden area, just in a part of it. And I'm thinking I might just go direct sow these today as well. These all say to start 1 to 2 weeks before your average last frost date. So I think I might go and sow these since I'm 2.5 weeks and it says to sow 1.5 weeks before. And I did look at the forecast for the next 10 days, and correct me if I'm wrong, but 32 degrees is the temperature to look for. I could be wrong because I know nothing. But anyway, I'm just going to try them and see how it goes. I probably won't do all the seeds. I'll save some and do them later. But that's my plan for right now. I bought some plant markers to keep myself organized this year, because I have not done the best with that in the past. So this will just help me know what I planted, and maybe I should write down how many I planted, and also the date maybe. I think that's what I'll do. I'll do the plant and the date. And then, stick it in where I put the seeds. So that way I'll know that it's not a weed, and I won't pull it out like everything else. All right, the tags are ready to go. And now let's go plant them. I thought these were bugs. Why do these look so different than the other ones? I'm super excited for all of these seeds to grow and bloom. I'm still confused about why the forget-me-nots had different looking seeds, but that's okay. It was a super fun afternoon spending time in my garden, and I can't wait to see where it all ends up. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. See you next time.